All right, so to start here, we have 4-color control, which is kind of Esper with a small red splash. I can't really vet the mana all that well because I don't really know exactly what's going on here. I have to have a little bit of faith. If we just die not casting our spells, I'm gonna pack it in. Two things that jump out at me looking at this deck list to start. The first is that there's no treasure map in here. It's probably incorrect to not have treasure map in this deck. Second, there's a copy of Detection Tower in this mana base. I lied. I'm going to change the mana. I'm adding a basic mountain. There's no basic mountain in our deck that has a way to search for basics and it's 4 colors. So I'm gonna swap that. I'm gonna swap that to start. Yeah, no treasure map seems ambitious. Treasure map feels like it's a way that we could cheat on colors kind of and like still cast our spells consistently. So I'm interested to see how that goes. All right, let's export this and then head on in, shall we? I'm just impressed there's people still playing Artifact, honestly. Their player numbers, like, jumped off a building, it looked like. It's like pitched right into the bin. Whoa, Johnny, it was only 97%. I'm gonna assume that I'm supposed to keep any hand that has all of my colors of mana in it. Hey, Carnage. I always watch on YouTube so as not to spoil anything. I'm just here to support. Thanks for the 2 months. Welcome back. Thanks for dropping in to give that support here on Twitch. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me employed here. The player base fell down hard for a variety of reasons. Probably the most important in which is that Artifact's kind of unwatchable, and it's very complicated and only appeals to a very small subset of players. Artifact made a lot of decisions to alienate potential players from their player base. Yeah, Larry, I took a break from playing Warhammer to play some Artifact, and I just went back to playing Warhammer. The Warhammer game is more unique and has better gameplay in my opinion. And I can play it on my cell phone, which is great. That's not even true, Death Apparatus. It has nothing to do with the quality of the content creator, about how watchable the game is. The best example I can give of why, in my opinion, Artifact is pretty unwatchable is just the sheer number of cards the players have in their hands on average in each game. It is very common on turns like 4, 5, 6 in Artifact that the players have so many cards in their hand they have to scroll back and forth, and you just can't know what's going on when you look at it without being glued to it. Yeah, this is my job. I've been doing this full time since the beginning of the year. I'm right about there. Just gonna go ahead. Am I gonna expansion this? Nah, I'm just gonna cast this. Just this. What's going on, goalie? Yes, it is. If you've ever heard people complain about having to watch a control mirror in Magic the Gathering, every game of Artifact is a control mirror. Every game of Artifact is like watching a control mirror. So the actual board state in Artifact isn't too much of an issue because when you're creating content, you can be zoomed out showing all the lanes. Also, the key in the upper corner allows you to see what's going on at a glance. In my experience watching and making Artifact content, the biggest issue is slamming the slide cards back and forth in hand. Is there any reason to not use the enchantment there? No. No, you are super right. I should have used the enchantment there. For people asking, I contempted because I was talking while I was playing Magic the Gathering. It's funny, people have been asking me about like the biggest difference between like doing the offline content and like normal streaming. And just like, it is so much easier to play Magic the Gathering when I'm not talking to 400 people at once, believe it or not. List of problems from yesterday. What's going on, JBL? Welcome back. Thanks for the 3 months. You're one of the ones that's going to jump up a huge amount when Twitch changes how they track. I hope we can use this time stream navigator too. That sounds wonderful. Sure. I didn't play Compass because there's a chance I use Expansion Explosion this turn. Now, I think I'd rather use all my mana and use the expansion there. There's a chance they could be holding a spell because of this. Sweet. So if I play Compass, I can still activate this. Because this is going to flip into a land. So they've got one more treasure in play for this treasure cove. In a pretty good spot here. It's just like pay 5 mana, get rid of your knight permanently. My friend. Sure. Does Mana Screw happen in paper or is it an MTGA thing? No, it only happens in Magic Arena. Magic Arena's out to get you. I would recommend making a thread on Reddit about it. Oh no. Oh no, I messed up. I guess my sequencing here was poop. Now I have to use this to deal 1. That's the actual cold hard truth. It happens on Arena more than it happens in paper because Arena doesn't let people cheat. Oh yeah, this costs 5 too. Whatever. We'll be fine. It's fine. We have an embarrassment of riches, chat. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, we're in a pretty good spot, even with fumbling a few things here. Bye, friend. All right. Ritual is set. Settle the wreckage. Actually, Sut's probably not very good. Settle seems fine. Thought Erasure seems a little bit medium. Their hand's gonna get pretty empty pretty quick most games. This seems fine. Do I want the Ritualist set? It doesn't kill a Danto Vanguard. It kills the Angel. It kills the Time Stream Navigator. I guess it cleans up History of Benalia. Yet, excuse me, Nexus is pretty clunky. I'm gonna try my counterspell on the draw here too. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna board in a couple copies of Negate. This counters History of Benalia on the draw, and it counters Immortal Sun for 2 mana. Let's do this. I don't know that you can claim anything about this deck looks reasonable, but as far as the cards that we have, this seems fine. Alright, we're starting off. It's a Grixis deck this game, it looks like. Adanto, not a big deal. Untapped land, please. 1 basic plains, please. Rude. Okay, that'll make the rest of these come into play untapped, which is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and just do this now, so that way my opponent can't, like, have a counterspell next turn. Yeah, that's true, Rapture, and that's the reason why I accepted this deck. Even obviously it's kind of wacky to, like, play all the colors that we're playing. Like, all of the cards that this deck is choosing to register are, like, standard playable Magic cards. Like, all of these cards see play somewhere in a reasonable deck. So, like, putting them together in this interesting combination, this deck seems fine. I get like Seal Await here. Hey, D. Brian, thanks for the 18 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I assume this is going to name Nicol Bolas here. This deck needs more Culligan's command in it, chat. Need to be able to destroy pesky artifacts. That's an interesting card to play here. Nova does destroy artifacts, you're right. That's super true. Look at that! Both modes on Clarion, just like we drew it up. So they're gonna pay 4. We're gonna kill their Angel. We're gonna gain 4, deal 4. So we're gonna end up at 17. They're gonna end up at 8. Just some good clean living right there. They named Nicol Bolas with the Spyglass. Hopefully they go untapped land, Immortal Sun, and then I untap and cleansing over their artifacts. Just get them. Teferi, okay. The old Teferi.
I know my responsibility.
The old Teferi Immortal Sun combo deck. Boop him. Boop him on the nose. 16 we go. Oh, that's a good one. Please pay 4. Please pay 4. Please pay 4. Rats! They saw the line, chat. They saw the line. So, when they attack with the Zidonto Vanguard here, I'm gonna take the hit for 3. And the reason for this is I'm using my health total as a bit of a resource. Because I have this negate in my hand, I don't want them to play a powerful non-creature spell post-combat. And then I can just go ahead and Moment of Craving this at end of turn. So, I had to take a hit in order to do this, but I think this is a hit that's worth taking. So that way they can't sneak something in. Sure, I've been negated. Alright, I like the last card out of your hand, please. Roar! Alright, we've got a negate here, which means this Nicol Bolas is gonna flip, which means I'm gonna get a Teferi here in a hot second. One Teferi, please. Oh, I can Tempted Teferi. Tilt. How are we doing, folks? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for hanging out here. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. We play pretty much nothing but Constructed on this channel. We play a ton of Standard here on Arena. We also play some Modern and Legacy on Magic Online. If you find yourself enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. The reason why I'm able to do this and be here day in and out is because of my wonderful subs. They're quite literally the people that keep me employed. Past subscribing, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 5 months now, and we really love it. I don't think we'd ever go back to a traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on a new mattress with them by checking out links bit.ly/HugelbedUS and bit.ly/HugelbedCA. Neo would love to give you the most wonderful candy-flavored protein bar using code Hoagland at bit.ly/HugelBar. You can save 10% on your orders there with them. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Warhammer, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And of course, you probably heard my wonderful shuffling deck go in there. My shuffling deck is protected by none other than my BCW Elite Guard sleeves. Using code Jeff10 at bcwsupplies.com, you can save 10% on your orders of sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of other great stuff there. We managed to beat blue-white mid-range angels something or other with our first match here with our 4-color control deck. Let's head on to the next one and see how it goes. I would love to play first. Gosh, look at how perfect this mana base is. Snap it off. Yeah, the BCW stuff should work for all the stuff on their website, Paula. We actually do have one copy of Nexus of Fate in here. Would you recommend buying shock lands right now, old ones that will be reprinted? I don't know. What's your purpose of buying them? That's probably fine. Like, I already have my next couple of lands lined up here. I'd be a little greedy and bin both of those. I have a lot of looks to hit more lands here, and like putting a bunch of cards into my graveyard means I can flip the Search for Azcanta sooner. Funny resub comment, Urquat, thank you for the 12-month resubscription. I appreciate your support. I knight thee, Defender of the Realm. Go forth and protect us from Twitch chat. Ooh. That is quite the meatball. Do I have a way to take this off the table? I have Teferi, I guess. That's like really good. Every time I see you start a match, your avatar changes. Yeah, if you don't have an avatar defined, it'll just pick one at random for you. Yeah, sure. Nick is the only creature in our deck. That's fair. I could just like choose to not put Nick into play. Maybe that's the answer. I'm gonna go ahead and just pass back here. We'll probably ditch the steam vents, the chemist's insight here in a second. Dispersal's a pseudo answer. It's not really an answer. They have a black permanent here with Profane Procession. Nice. They're playing around Settle the Wreckage. God bless. Deal. Alright, so I should totally just stick this, right?
I am not this. Hurry!
Play Thematic Compass, flip this over, have a not quite Maze of Ith in play. I'm gonna untap these two, I guess. Represent a counterspell. They put too much more pressure into play. I can Vraska's, I can Slaughter the Strong. I'm not quite sure why this card is in our deck. This is probably worse than Cleansing Nova. I like that we've played a bunch of games and I've actually played Magic in every game we've played so far, which is great.
No more games.
What? Sure.
No time for a break.
How many lands am I away from play Nick, flip Nick in the same turn? Not that far off. I think we're ahead, chat. I think we've got this one. All right, let's take a peekaboo at what's going on up over there. Up in here, up in here. Do 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 do. Stop trying to tap my search for Azcanta. Nice deck. Yeah, magic. Yeah, magic. Rip opponent. Is there any reason to not use Vraska on the Honor Guard? I just really don't need to. Like, what's the honor guard doing? I feel like people like this are the ones that always complain about control not being fun. Like, this game is like super over, but we're still just like sitting here playing Magic for some reason. That was the breaking point. Got it? I see you're playing best of 3. Is this because you recently finished the new player experience and were feeling overwhelmed by the highly competitive and strategic onslaught of hit face aggro decks in best of 1? You hit the nail on the head, Fierce Deity. I'm glad you understand what's going on here. What am I don't know what their deck is doing, chat. What cards did they play? They played Adanto Vanguard, right? They played Tecatli Honor Guard. I guess Settle the Wreckage sounds fine. I guess. They had green cards in their mana base too, so maybe there's like Knight of Autumns or something in there. Hey, a Trap of Logic. Thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. All 4 of our colors. Man, this deck was just meant to be this evening. Like these are all the things that are supposed to go our way. Running hot. Hey, Drag Burp, welcome. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Hope everyone out there's having a good Thursday night. Spin the wheel. You think they boarded out their profane procession? Probably, right? Wonder if I'm supposed to have Ritual of Soot in my deck. Hopefully we draw Deafening Clarion. We had 2 shots at that one. Is that good enough to keep? Think it is. Think it is. Oh, I don't have another white, huh? So I can't cast that? Hey, Type, thanks for dropping in and letting me know. I appreciate the kind words. I like that Slaughter the Strong has like pseudo synergy with Nicol Bolas. It's worth noting that that's relevant. Feels bad, man. If they don't have a removal spell here, Nick does Stonewall their 3/2s, which feels good. All of our cards are definitely standard legal, I agree. Excellence Binding, yep. So do I just like Teferi tuck Excellence Binding here? Is that the line?
I won't hide from the world any
Goalie with the sub gift to Rooney. Thank you for the support, Goalie. So if they have another removal spell here, we are dead this turn. But I think this is a risk worth taking. Like, they have another Ixalan's Binding. They don't have a binding this turn. We're probably going to be able to run away with the game. We have, like, Teferi plus Nick going. Get a Chemist's Insight. Any thoughts on the arena timer for new esports stuff? I'm actually, so something I've been talking about, mentioned a couple of times. Tuesday, there's going to be, Twitch is running a streamer tournament for Magic Arena that I'm going to be a part of, and I'm interested to see how the round timer ends up working out for that. Woo, doggy!
We need to move quickly.
We found a piece of candy, chat. Found a piece of candy. Lifelink for 4. I don't know if this deck is good, but it's definitely great. Very delicious. Very, very delicious. Oh, I could have cast Discovery last turn, huh? Exceeds expectations can definitely be stamped on this deck. My expectations were low, and we're definitely way above them. Thanks for the YouTube exclusive content. Enjoyed the Ojotai Brew and your feedback. Would you be interested in running it back? Yeah, I think so. That'd probably be fine. I can at the very least 3-2 with it again.
I thought I was fighting dragons.
Roar! Blast you. This format's so sweet. There's just so much going on in it that's so incredibly awesome. When you have a Teferi in play and it's not even what they take with their Excellence Binding. Please get dumpstered so I'm not tempted to buy this. Oh, I could have dispersaled them. Sorry, I was so focused on using explosion here that I missed that I could have done that. So I can do this for 6. Goodbye. So this is gonna bounce binding. They'll discard a card. Nick will trigger. They'll discard a card. So their hand is gone. I have a lot of hand here. I have a lot trigger. Hey, Sunko, thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Bye, friend. I really like when the deck of the day is easy to pick. I really like when the deck of the day is easy to pick. Flipped creatures always return on their front side. I can actually keep this, right? Because Isolated Chapel casts Discovery. What's going on, Def Lobster? Yeah, my schedule right now is a little crazy because I'm putting in extra hours to make up for the time that I was gone over last weekend. Speaking of, I'm gonna do my normal all day Friday stream, starting about our opponent left. I'm gonna do my normal Friday stream starting about 1 o'clock tomorrow, but from 1 till about 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening, and then I'm gonna take Saturday off, and then Sunday I'm gonna stream all day on Sunday. It is a Portillo shirt. When they open the location down here, they're giving out shirts to people that went there on the first day. This is the same person we just played against, isn't it? The one that was playing the Abzan deck that we dumpstered. Before anybody says anything about my 6-land keep, I'm not mulliganing hands with this deck that have all 4 of my colors in it. So get out of here with your negativity. All 4 colors of mana. Snap it off. In best of 1, my opponent exiled my Chromium. What are the odds if I start taking infinite turns they concede? Probably pretty good, right? I'd guess it's probably pretty good. Because, I mean, like, it's not like you can time out while taking infinite turns. You just, like, sit there and waste their time till they concede, right? Alright, so this next discovery is digging deep, looking for a copy of a sweeper. Alright, that's a moment of craving at least. Lets me kill this to not take the hit this turn and have them have less potency next turn. Can we splash greed for Carnage Tyrant? I don't think so.
No friend of mine fights alone.
I'm a hungry boy.
Look how far you have come.
So I'm going to 17 here. Just gonna go ahead and get rid of a Johnny, I think. I'm gonna take 9 next turn, back down to 10. What's the record on this thing? We are undefeated. We've won 2 matches. I think two matches sounds right.
I will lend you my strength.
The deck's confirmed unbeatable.
This isn't a fight you can. Let's take it back.
So I tucked the smaller creature there, but I tucked the token so they couldn't redraw it. I don't know, that could go either way. Hope your Snowy Roanoke adventure was fun. Put my sub points towards a modern humans list. Will do, Scholar. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it.
See it yourself when I see it.
Thanks for keeping me employed here. I appreciate all of the support you've given. Let's take a little info on the way out the door here. Those are some cards. Let's get our extra sweepers in the deck. Trim these Thought Erasures. Trim Nexus of Fate. Trim Expansion Explosion. And put this Eldest Reborn in. Let's do it. I hope this deck is real because I've been torn between Grixis and Jeskai. I guess they do have some Planeswalkers. So maybe Star is fine. I don't know. 7 mana is a lot of mana. I feel like if I live to 7 mana in this matchup, I'm probably winning it already. This was a viewer submission. Techno is the mastermind behind this pile of Magic the Gathering cards that are standard legal. That's perfect, right? Would love a counterspell. I think playing less than 4 Teferi is fine. I think, like the Jeskai build that I have only plays 3 Teferi usually, because you want to fit some Ral Zarek in. That's fine. I'm gonna take a hit for 3 here. I'm gonna draw 2. I'll untap and I'll Ritualist it. Yeah, we haven't actually seen any green cards out of the opponent's deck. Looking for a land here. I need to get rid of that and dig for a land. Swing and a miss. It's unfortunate. Don't really want to take another hit here, so let's just get rid of these. The compass has been pretty good so far. I've been pretty happy with what the compass has done for us. Perfect. Worth noting, I cannot Vraska's Contempt Knight of Graves because it's hexproof from black.
Finished.
So I kind of want to land, but I'm going to try and dig deeper because I also want a second white source here. So I'm going to get a little bit greedy since I have a look with this as well. All right, that one I'm going to keep at this point.
There is a peaceful solution.
That does not kill the Knight of Grace. And then I think I'm actually going to Chemist's Insight here rather than Azcanta, because I kind of want to draw a white mana source. Perfect.
Hold that thought.
Yeah, the UI updates are really clean, Marty. They're quite fantastic. Vraska's Contempt. No siree. Cut that right on out there, shall we? Oh no! Teferi's all the way down to 3, chat. How will we ever win the game now?
No time for a break.
Yeah, I agree, Doldash. I like that it fully lays out there like what's going on in the combat step for players. As a very good improvement. It'll help new arena players understand what's going on when they come to play paper as well. That's annoying. Yep. I'm decline transforming this because I already have an Azcanta and they're legendary on the backside as well. Let's go ahead and clean this out. We actually have two Teferis. Thank you very much. Very, very sophisticated 2 Teferis. We defied a Nicol Bolas here though. I bottomed a Nick at some point, right? Oh, they fixed it! When you click on it, it starts at the top again. There was a hot second where when you clicked on these, they started at the bottom, and it was really annoying. So I'm glad they fixed that.
Let us begin.
Let us begin.
Are you certain of your decision?
Have a planes. Ho-hoo! That's a good one. That's a good one.
not deter me.
Yeah, I'm gonna dispersal at end of turn, I think. So this will get me my Teferi back. Can try and find a counterspell here. And like, even if they just like rebinding my Teferi, this is technically a 1-for-1, right? So like, that's fine. Whoa, it's been a year. DJ Jedi Jeff, I knight thee, defender of the realm. Go forth and protect us from Twitch chat. Thanks for all the support here.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
I'm not done yet. Calm down. I'm not done yet. Hey, Particle, thanks for the biddies. I appreciate it. Are we done here? What are we doing with our lives, opponent? What do you think? Is this a quality use of your time? You do appear to be sub Rock. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. You have to refresh to send the notification through sometimes, though. All right, so I'm gonna Moment of Craving this one, and then I'm gonna arc the other one, and then Teferi's gonna come into play from my Eldest Reborn. And then Angrath is gonna take his hammer and throw it at my opponent's face. Upstairs.
Fire, no steel.
I think I've dispersaled more people with this deck than I have like my entire time playing the standard format. Yeah, we get to dispersal their reborn here too. Pick it up. Yeah, my friend. This deck is gasoline. I don't know if it's good, but it's definitely hot. All right, so they have Nexus, they have Planeswalkers, Excellence Bindings, and Eldest Reborns. Do I want a couple of negates in my deck? They probably have History of Benalia as well. I feel like I don't mind Nexus or a couple of negates in my deck. No, I think Moment's pretty important. I think they had a Danto. I believe they had a Danto Vanguard, but maybe my matches are blurring. I thought we saw a Danto. Yeah, once we have a Shockland for a Danto, it's definitely, or for Angrath, it's definitely gonna go up. Best of 3 is for noobs because it's unranked. If you're too scared to play ranked matches like me, you can't play best of 1. Gotta play best of 3 with the rest of the noobs. Look at this. I love how the range of hands with this deck is like, sometimes you look at her hand, we're like, yep, this is a good Grixis hand. And so it's like, yep, this is a good Esper hand. Yep, this is a good Jeskai hand. Just like dealer's choice on which control deck we are. I mean, even if it's all aggro Varventine, we won't know, right? Like, they don't share data with us. They don't share the info. I'm so hungry, chat. I'm so hungry, but these are not things I can eat. Lands are colorless. Bind him up, baby. Bind him up, buttercup. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do, 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 do. Whoa. Alright, hopefully if they play a black card, I can negate it or Moment of Craving it. Really, if I get to draw 2 cards with Teferi, we'll be in a good spot. You could maybe argue that I'm supposed to tuck this Ixalan's Binding, but I think I'd rather just do this. No. Stop it. We have a lot of different sweepers we could draw here. Whoa, that's aggressive. Oh, all right, that is incredibly aggressive. All right, do I just, like, Teferi tuck the Ixalan's Binding here, then? How do we feel about that? How do we feel about Chemister's Insight first, and then decide what I do with Teferi? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Insight first, and then decide what I do with Teferi. Reverse, 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 reverse. And then I'm gonna pass here. I was gonna Discovery, but if I'm gonna Discovery. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna Discovery. Well, so, like, I don't think I need the life gain, right? Because if they kill this, these will be 2/2s again, right? So, like, if they take this off the table, then I'm not dead.
I am Khan.
I am Khan. This is Nicol Bolas. What's it to ya? I can see right through ya. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo.
An excellent choice.
Well, things are not looking less good for a hero. The first Karn plus is supposed to draw a land. That was incredibly unfair.
Too old for this.
Alright.
Boundless power.
Boundless power! Alright, tuck him in. Goodbye, friends. These are my planeswalkers. This is a power couple right here. These two are like old chaps. They go way back. Just having a grand old time here. The knight has hexproof from black, so you cannot Moment of Craving a hexproof from black card.
We need to move quickly.
Shut up, Teferi. You've never done anything fast in your life? Oh no, what if their current ult soon, chat? JK, LOL. That's fine. Gobble gobble.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought. This is, what a control deck problem, chat. Just like drawing all these cards, haven't found a way to win the game yet. At some point, we will find a way to win the game, I swear. Or not, either way, you know, we'll figure it out. We'll work it out together. Yeah, that's the joke, Francis. That's the joke.
Action is needed.
That is not good for us. I think I have a negate left in my deck. That is unfortunate. I'm kind of looking for a copy of Vraska's Contempt so I can take this card off the table, because like they're kind of grinding through us here, right? But do I have Cleansing Nova in my deck still, or did I bin that earlier? I do have Cleansing Nova in my deck. All right, we have a new goal, chat. Draw Cleansing Nova. What's going on, Majik? Nova on enchantment's gonna be baller. All right, that's a sabotage. So I just do this. And then I Moment of Craving to finish off Shalai. And like I can play this Thematic Compass out. It's gonna flip over. And then I can't Sabotage plus activate Azcanta this turn, but I think that's fine. We have an Overgrown Tomb in Exile with this. I'm short a Hostage Taker, a Platecraft, and Deadeye Trackers from the board. What would you recommend over them? I'd recommend just like looking at my past videos, Majik. Just like configuring based on things I played previously. Journey to Eternity. Well, that card's unbeatable, so we're gonna counter it. That one is fantastic. That is exactly what we wanted for Christmas. All I want for Christmas are my two favorite planeswalkers. My two favorite planeswalkers. We even get the stupid Construct as just like a free bonus. Oh, that's too good. Lordy, lordy. I would like to shoot that one.
Please stop.
Please stop. I cannot beat the two of you. Please stop. Please stop. All right, onward, upward, back for untap. My ads can't. Is this legal to show on Twitch? Are they gonna take away my partner license, chat? Eldest Reborn, rude. It's incredibly rude.
Time for Plan B.
Please never make a joke about rape in my Twitch chat ever again. You've been timed out for 10 minutes. If you ever do that again, you will be permanently banned. Please and thank you.
No fire.
Boop him on the nose.
Steel. I always have an answer.
So, I might have boarded out my Nexus of Fate by mistake. And I'm not actually sure. We might deck here. Decking might be a real concern at the moment. I never actually boarded. Yeah, I'm getting that feeling that that's the case. Sure. So, can we just talk about, like, what A+ dispersal has been in this deck? Just pick your thing up. And then Angrath will make them discard another card. I could have activated Search for Azcanta this turn, but I was sloppy. Apologies. Give him the hammer.
No fire.
Thunk.
No steel.
Oh, this is truly wonderful. It's hammer time. The Angrath animations are fantastic. I agree. And Angrath's the win god, right? we figured out how to win the game. Angrath, duh. Yeah, I'm hoping that there's going to be some good red-black mid-range stuff with the Angrath at the center of it. Look at this. What a perfectly reasonable Grixis control hand. They have a grilled veggie sandwich that has like a portobello mushroom on it. They have a croissant that's got like cheese, lettuce, tomato, mayo on it. And they have French fries in a cake shake. Because I'm a junketarian. I eat a lot of fast food garbage. Alright, so we just need to draw a third land, and once we draw a third land, the Mana Compass is going to let us pull further lands out of our deck, right? So, like, if we can just be lucky enough to hit our third land, we're going to hit the rest of them. Temple of Tilt, Temple of Tilt. Hey, Gorilla Furio, thank you very much for the Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine, I appreciate that. Am I getting an island here? I think I'm getting an island. You see the comic about tourney price support between all popular TCG? I did not, Python. Feel free to link it. Looks like the opponent's playing Jeskai. This is probably a pretty I don't don't actually know. We have some counter spells in our main. So is there anything they could play on 4 that I would want to hold up Sabotage for? I don't think there is, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and activate this. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and get a basic mountain here. And the reason for this is, in case they give me something I want to expansion this turn, I'd like to do that. Obviously, I need to get another black source for these Vraska's Contempts at some point, but like my next activation can get me the black source. Thanks, Grilly. I appreciate that. So, yeah, the compass has been absurd here. The if we hit the 3rd land, we're gonna hit the rest of them is just like been super true. I'm not playing, so I realize I have to discard the hand size here. I didn't play the Search for Azcanta this turn because I want to make sure that when I play this, I can use my expansion or a counterspell to fight a counterspell because I want to make sure this resolves. I'm gonna go ahead and do this and grab a land. Cast Search for Azcanta. Didn't even have a counterspell, God bless. I wonder, and the fact that like they could hit 5th land into Teferi here like isn't too big of a deal because I have Vraska's Contempt to clean him up. That's great. All right, so they're just passing back here again. That's good for us. And I'm pretty content to just sit here and keep hitting land drops, right? I really feel like, so one of the things that we talk about in tournament magic sometimes is the concept called virtual card advantage. And what virtual card advantage refers to is like my opponent having to discard the hand size here because they're not hitting land drops is what I would refer to as virtual card advantage. So I don't really have a reason to play into their counterspell here if they're likely to be missing land drops. And like this Chemist's Insight's gonna let them draw 2 cards here, but now even if they play a land drop next turn, they're gonna have to discard a card to hand size, which is great for us. So they're gonna be down on a card without me spending a card because they have to discard to hand size. Yeah, and they're just like probably missing another land drop there and just being done because that's what control matchups are about, is hitting your land drops. Gosh, winning game 1 here seems absurd for us because gosh, did our sideboard come to play with the control matchup. Can I cut the compass in good conscience? Like the compass like single-handedly won us that game, but I think it's supposed to come out here. I guess they did show us Drake. They showed us Drake, so like Compass answering Drake is a big deal. Leavin answers Siniv. I have Vraska's Contempt, Eldest Reborn, and technically flip Nicol Bolas to answer Niv. Do I want to leave Profane Procession in? I guess this answers Niv and others. Dawn of Hope might just be too slow. This is so many counterspells. Maybe this is just too many counters. I'm gonna trim Discovery, actually. It's kind of filler. Hey, Vex Valentine, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine with that. Welcome. Hand like needs a white source, but like we have 3 lands on the draw, so it's probably fine. The other day on my lunch break, I saw you playing a chromatic black deck with Niv mids at the top end. I looked at your deck in the queue and I can't find the list. Am I looking in the wrong spot? So, the deck lists that get posted on my website and the AAF Gator, thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. I'll pull up my dashboard here really quick. Happy holidays. Put this towards my Jeskai control deck in the queue. Oh, that's for F Gator. You approved this via email. Sideboard needs work. And Mikey with the $10 tip for the Jeskai control deck. Got it. Will do, folks. So I'm gonna go ahead and Thought Erasure here, and I can expansion their counterspell if they have one. So sorry, Joe, to answer your question, the decks that I play in the decks that are under the standard deck on my website link aren't everything that I've ever played. They're just like a condensed list of things that I think are extra sweet. The chromatic black deck, if you want to find a list of actual everything I've played, you're going to want to click videos and then standard, and then there's a page with all of my YouTube videos on it. Alright, so this is just take Niv, right? Or do I take Ral? Huh. Sounds good, Gator. Like, they have a basic planes in play, chat. I'm gonna take the Ral. Yeah, the procession theoretically answers the Niv. So I'm not jamming my Nicol Bolas into a known Sinister Sabotage and letting them do their thing. Just gonna go ahead and wait till I have 6 mana so I can play Nicol Bolas with Negate up. Yeah, so let's shock this in and then play Nick out here. They'll counter, I'll counter back. Ratinia, the tier 2 subs can only bump existing decks in the queue. I do not allow them to add decks with tier 2 subs. Otherwise, I just have too many, unfortunately. Flipsky poo. Flipsky poo. They kept that on top. Is that a Justice Strike? No Justice Strike. So I didn't attack there with my Nicol Bolas because I didn't want my opponent to be able to seal away it. It's the reason to not attack. Just like the upside there is too small. And like this was kind of an entire match that was. I'm impressed our opponent's still playing Magic here. What do you think, chat? Do we need more friends? I think we need more friends in play.
Ooh, let's see what we got.
All right, now I'm gonna play Angrath instead of Teferi because I don't want to draw more cards because my hand is full. So I'd rather not draw more cards here. Rather make them discard cards.
Ever seen water burn? You will.
The Angrath is what did them in. It definitely wasn't the Nicol Bolas and the Ral Zarek. It was the Angrath that put the nail in the coffin. He was the concession planeswalker. Angrath. So I couldn't flip in response. So Nicol Bolas's activation actually said you can only activate it anytime you can use a sorcery. Again, just like kind of keep any hand that has all my colors. And like, if my opponent like somehow has, you know, an aggressive deck. If they're playing an aggressive deck, Deafening Clarion kind of beats that, and then the Chemist's Insights are good against anything not aggressive. Alright, so we're playing against cards I own, it looks like. Could you explain Sabotage over Ionize in this list? How many blue sources are in this deck? It's actually a good question. I'm actually not sure how many blue sources are in this deck offhand. When this enters the battlefield, so am I Deafening Clarion on this board? I think I am. Just like rather than get beat up. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's only 14 blue sources in this deck. Yeah, they should probably be Ionizes. The playing Sabotage on 14 blue is greedy. I agree with that assessment. This is actually kind of annoying for us. 3 1/1s is a lot of 1/1s. So this is an interesting question. So do I just let this happen and just like try and draw to a sweeper? I think that's what I do at this point. Weird. Yeah, Surveil helps with the digging, but like if I hit the sweeper, I no longer need to have countered their spell, if that makes sense. Alright, so what I want to do here, obviously we're playing a land for the turn, so let's just go ahead and do that. Am I sabotaging plus Chemist's Inciting? I could Erasure plus Craving plus... I just want to like draw as many cards as possible, right? I think I'm doing this to try and get a feel for what else they could have going on. That is a card I would like them to not have. Let's get rid of that one. Teferi, not a sweeper effect. Away you go. We are about to lose the black-white life gain. Is this the starter? Are we about to lose to the starter deck? Oh, you know what? I should have sabotaged that murder. I should have sabotaged that murder so I could get the Surveil. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 lands in 21 cards and like all 4 Chemist's Insights, 3 Chemist's Insights. Come at me, opponent. So, getting really punished for pulling the trigger on this Clarion early. This is game 1, so I actually don't have Ritual of Soot or Settle the Wreckage in my deck right now. So, like, next turn I'm going to be drawing to exactly 1 more copy of Deafening Clarion. This is the downside of not having a ranked mode, is that like people just like drop randomly and don't care occasionally, which sucks. Yeah, it looks like a DC. The glowing means that the priority is currently on them, so it lets me know that the game is waiting for them to play and not us. We are almost about to lose to the nearly pre-made deck. Pull it out. Cast Explore. I do not want to tap like that because I want double white in case I draw Cleansing Nova. I really don't know, Blend Wolf. I don't know why they wouldn't have just like they obviously could have just like added a toggle, right? We had that before. Like the rankings were previously broken, like they didn't move you up and down in manners that made sense, but like they had best of 3 in with their ranked stuff. Yeah, definitely. If our opponent hadn't walked away from the keyboard or whatever, we'd have died here. I don't know. I'm just hoping against hope that like this initial ladder implementation that's best of 1 is just them testing the water to make sure nothing breaks that they didn't think of, and then when the first real ladder season starts, before we have qualifications for anything, they're to be like, here's the best of 3 ladder and it's the more important one, or even just the same, equally important. Just have it exist. Like, okay, I was gonna say, it doesn't make me sit through sideboarding and stuff if they time out, right? Also, for those of you that have done the update today, if you're looking for best of 3, traditional play is best of 3 for whatever reason. Yeah, so like you have to click a slider and then know that traditional play means best of 3. Ranked is a ranked ladder, but it's only best of 1. Alright, we're not the only one with a wacky mana base. Wonder what you're doing over there, opponent. I don't know, Greaseball. They didn't share it entirely with us. Opponent looking a little basic over there. Basic Landron. I really hope this is like a just because we're just getting started thing, and like maybe it's gonna get better as like there's an ELO or some kind of calculated amount, but like we've played against more people playing just cards they own in 3 hours tonight than I have in my entirety playing previously on Arena, and it really kind of takes some of the fun out of playing. Like, it's just like they're not interesting games of Magic, right? Like, it just, you know, it's not really standard, right? It's like playing against someone with a starter deck when we like have actual Magic cards in our deck. Yeah. Sorry, to not rag on the Arena matchmaking for a hot second and to focus on what's going on here. I think I was pretty happy. I can't really analyze what's occurring here in front of us. I don't like playing against cards. Listen, Andrew. This deck has a bunch of mythics and rares in it, okay? If their deck was mono rares and mythics cards they own, I would give them a pass, okay? Opponent pairing for best of one with main deck naturalized. My biggest takeaway from playing this deck list in the 4 or 5 matches that we played was that I was incredibly impressed at how often I was able to actually cast my spells and play Magic. I was definitely not expecting to be able to cast my spells as consistently as I did there, and I was happy to have been able to do so. I think I'm actually going to be done for the night. Originally, I thought I was going to stream a little bit later, but I'm not feeling well, and I'm still a little bit tired from the weekend. I'm planning to do a longer stream tomorrow night. I'm going to start about 1 o'clock in the afternoon and then go till 9 or 10 in the evening. So I'm going to do 7 or 8 hours, maybe more than that tomorrow. So I want to get a good night's sleep tonight. So I'm going to be done. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Remember, if you want more of my content, you can head over to my website or my YouTube channel, jeffhoagland.com. There's standard, there's modern, there's legacy. If you're into Magic's non-rotating formats, I actually posted a new legacy and a new modern deck this afternoon that I recorded offline and then uploaded directly to YouTube. Thanks everyone for watching. As always, shout out to my subs and resubs, and I'll catch all y'all around later. I'll be back live tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So catch y'all tomorrow.